Oh, we're having a guy on from the New York Times this morning, Michael Lowe, who's Asian American Christian, which is and he's not a sports writer, but he wrote a terrific article in the Times, and he also went to Harvard. Michael Lowe did, about the connection he feels and other Asian American Christians feel. So, well, it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, it's a good angle, and that's the basis of it's not the basis of the man's popularity. The basis of the man's popularity right now is that he has pulled off some stunning wins. Just the other night, that the tying basket and the go ahead, the win, right, with just brilliant shots. I mean, that's what makes a man a real star. But the unlocking of the money is unlock the China market, the Asian market for endorsements. That's where the big money is.
Doesn't appear he's motivated by that, by the way.
Sure. Well, he went to Harvard, studied economics. He knows a thing or two about unlocking the dollar value, does he not?
At least when he retires, he'll still have his money, so that kind of thing.
Yeah, we did a story about that Iverson, all right? $154 million lifetime earnings, gone.
Oh.
Lost the lot.
Whitney Houston, gone?
I believe so.
What happened to Iverson's money?
Don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to it?
No, I don't. Well, a lot would go in taxes.
I know you don't, but I mean, does he?
That's a good question. I mean, 50, 60%, more than half would go in taxes. That's what the environment we're living in. Then you pay off agents and lawyers. You make some bad investments in real estate, and it's gone. It's just gone.
Hey, the president's budget's just nonsense, right?
Yes, it is nonsense. It's a political document. Yeah. It's irresponsible. That's what it is. You want to go into debt to the tune of $26 trillion from 15, 16 now to 26 trillion in the year 2022? That's irresponsible. Look, the thing is not going to pass. It's a purely political document. It picks targets, tax the rich, tax the banks, hit the oil companies. He knows it's not going to pass, but now he can go out and say, that's my campaign strategy. Beat up on these guys, vote for me, and I'll set things straight.
So it's appealing to this society that's emerging, where people all want free stuff, don't want to work, are enamored of their electronic devices, and don't think they can win anyway.
Is that the America that you think of as being America? I mean, it's not me.
Well, you know what happened is it got demonstrated, particularly with guys on Wall Street and in other areas of our society. It used to be that people growing up thought that if they worked hard and played by the rules, they could succeed. But now now that's no longer the case. You can work hard and play by the rules and still get screwed.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
No, I think if you work hard and play by, I'm going to call them middle-class values, I think you do succeed in the United States. I think it's still a meritocracy. Look, playing by the rules.
Seems like the deck's stacked against people.
But what is playing by the rules? Playing by the rules is you graduate high school, you get a job, you get married, you have kids in that order, you buy a house, you stay in the job, you get to work on time, you get to work sober, and you save some of your money. Isn't that playing by the rules?
Oh, well, that's a very good point. All right, now you told me to ask you about Pringles. They make potato chips. You asked me, so what did I think they were? Excuse me, what did I think they were worth? And I gave you what I thought was a high estimate. Yeah. I said about $500 million, $500 million. What are they worth?
A Pringle was just bought by Kellogg for $2.7 billion. Now,
so almost $3 billion.
Yeah, close enough to $3 billion. Now, that came as a real shock. This is a potato chip company, okay? They've got a range of snack foods, basically chips. $2.7 billion. I mean, who would have thought that? I never realized there was that much value in a company that makes basically potato chips. That's a shock.
Well, the country, there's an obesity epidemic in this country. It's all from people eating that kind of junk. It's all junk. There's nothing nutritious about anything that Pringle makes.
Yeah, okay. The shock to me was the value of the company. And the shock to me was that Kellogg, which has a wholesome image as a cereal company, would now branch out into that kind of company, a snack food company.
Well, it's all about the Benjamins. All about the Benjamins. Used to say back in the 80s, right, Bernie?
As I recall to you.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well, try this one.
All right.
If you're surprised that Pringle is worth $2.7 billion, how much do you think Apple is worth? What kind of dollar value do you put on that company? How much do you think?
Well, I think?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about it. That's why you're here.
All right, I'll tell you.
Here, why Dagan's here.
Apple is now worth $500 billion. Over 500 billion. Well, that means Apple is worth more than Amazon, Coca-Cola, and IBM combined.
Wow.
Now, did you see that coming?
Oh,
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I did.
My teenage daughters said to me a few years ago, Dad, why don't you buy Apple stock? We like Apple products. It was $57 a share. This was just a few years ago. I didn't buy it.
Now it's 500 or something.
Now it's 500 and change. How about that? And worth $500 billion. Just sometimes the value of American companies comes as a real shock. Most valuable company in the world is Apple.
Varney and Company coming up at 20 minutes after 9 o'clock Eastern time here on the Fox Business Network. Thank you. Well, you're already on Fox and Fiends, right?
Yes, I've been there.
Well, I feel guilty sometimes thinking that Varney gets up and comes in early to be on this program, but that is not the case. But thank you very much.
You are most welcome.
Stuart Varney, 12 minutes now till the hour.